Thanks for purchasing the Lexicon PCM Reverb bundle. We're excited that you've chosen the gold standard of digital reverbs to join you on your musical journey. This plugin powerhouse delivers 7 legendary Lexicon reverb algorithms with hundreds of finely tuned presets, guaranteed to bring you stellar sonic quality to all of your audio applications right out of the box. Today, we're going to be looking at the PCM Chamber Reverb. This is the classic echo chamber. Noticeable characteristics include a rapid rise of reflection density and avoidance of noticeable wall slaps. Think of small to medium-sized spaces with highly reflective and irregularly shaped walls. Random Hall is a classic Lexicon sound. It is similar to Hall with gradual buildup, but its reverberators change over time in controlled, random ways. This modulation can be noticeable and is often a desired effect. The early reflections are user-adjustable in amplitude and delay. Reflection patterns can be expanded or contracted in time using the delay master control, and the overall pattern level can be adjusted with the early level control. One of its charms is a bit of irregularity in the decay. In some cases, like very small rooms with precisely pitched instruments, this modulation may not be the best choice. In general, this is a time-tested reverb. A plate reverb is a large, thin sheet of metal that's suspended upright under tension on springs. Transducers attached to the plate transmit a signal that make the plate vibrate, causing sounds to appear to be occurring in a large open space. This plate plugin mimics the sound of those classic plate reverbs with high initial diffusion and a relatively bright colored sound. The plate sound is what many people associate with the word reverb and is useful for all types of music. The vintage plate is characteristically very similar to the regular plate. The vintage plate algorithm has new equalization touches from the PCM 96 plate, but also has characteristics of older plate implementations. It speaks differently with different input diffusion, and it also has an additional pair of echo voices. Expanding on the classic Hall, this reverb is an updated version of one of Lexicon's oldest algorithms. It was an essential part of many of the mixes of the late 70s and 80s. It's a less dense reverb, allowing it to add lushness to a mix without stepping on the dry source material. It also has quite noticeable modulation, causing strong pitch effects at higher settings. The reverb tail has a life of its own, desirable in pop music and a variety of classical ensemble types. The room algorithm was introduced in the PCM 96 and is one of the most flexible algorithms we've ever invented. Reflection patterns can be easily selected, scaled, and equalized, all while simultaneously passing audio, and the room size can be instantly changed or reversed. A room is comprised of a selectable early impulse taken from actual room measurements. There are several categories of responses, including small rooms, large rooms, and odd rooms. The room algorithm provides the inherent realism of the actual space with all the precise control and manipulation that's only possible with a reverb synthesizer. It's important to note that the room algorithm is not a convolution reverb. Upon opening the plugin, you'll notice the familiar PCM user interface. At the top left, we have the algorithm name. Underneath is the preset category and currently selected preset. Here we have our input and output level meters, the real-time display, and EQ window. On the bottom, there's the fader area and parameters. Load up a preset by selecting a category and then a preset, and let's take a deeper dive. Clicking through the real-time display, you will notice 3 different visual ways to see your reverb. A multi-band of 5 frequency bands, a traditional RTA image with lows on the left, and the signal as an impulse response. The EQ window allows for control of the output equalization with selection between the early signal reflections and the late tail. EQ type is selected using the drop-down box and the parameters are below. The graphical display will show you both early and late EQs with the currently selected one in the forefront. Early is blue and late is red. Each preset includes up to 9 parameters at a time that can be adjusted using the faders or typing values directly under the parameter name. The default view of the most commonly adjusted parameters is called the soft row. By clicking the edit button below, we can view all of the available parameters and assign any of them here to the soft row. If you make changes to a preset, you can press the Compare button to temporarily restore all parameters to their original values. This will allow you to listen and compare what has changed. While you're in the Compare mode, the parameters cannot be adjusted. If you've made some changes to a preset that you'd like to keep, you can click the Store button to save it as a new user preset. Enter the name for your custom preset here, then click Store. If you select a preset here in the User Library section, it will be overwritten when stored. All of your custom presets can be found in the User Presets category. The presets you create are stored to your hard drive and will be available in any DAW on the same computer. You can also copy these preset files to another computer, so your favorite sounds are always available to you. This concludes our brief overview of the PCM Chamber Reverb. As you can see, it can be as simple or as in-depth as you like. We'd like to thank you again for letting Lexicon take center stage of your projects. Do you have questions or comments? Are you looking for the most recent plugin versions? Then visit us at lexiconpro.com.